kick off in just a few seconds here. So welcome to Stock Talk Late Night. This is episode 4. If you don't mind, just hit that like button, hit that share button as you enter in. And we're going to get started in just a second. Also subscribe if you have not done so already. As always, I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research. But, this channel and this live is just dedicated to a little bit of stock talk. We're going to jump right in tonight. We're going to talk about going to give a little market recap. Going to hit some of our favorite dividend positions. We're going to talk a little bit about, your favorite brokerage platforms. For me, it was ET and Main Dividend Day. And, of course, we always go through our stock watch list. And we take a glance at our Robinhood portfolio to close it out. So, without further ado, let's jump right in here. A little bit of the market recap. We were up. The Dow was up 10.26 today, sitting at 44,556.34. S&P up 14.95. Sitting at 6129.58. NASDAQ up 1449, sitting at 20,041.26. So S&P well up over 6K. NASDAQ up over 20K. Sitting pretty good. And the Dow is up, over 44K. So I think that's pretty good numbers for the market right now. So not a big day, but we did end green. I think it was a little late push at the end of the day. So overall, the markets were up today. Not sure how your portfolio did today. Mine was kind of suspect today. Had some positions that were up, some portfolios that was up, and had some that were down. That's just how the game go. That's how it goes. So. Yep. So pretty flat day in the market. Like I said, my major portfolios and Fidelity was actually kind of down today. So, I had a couple of portfolios that was up, a couple that was down. Like I said, not really a big day in the market today. So not surprising when something like that happens. So, but like I said, the Dow was up 10.26, the S&P up 14.95, NASDAQ up 14.49. What's going on, Neo? How did portfolio do today? Market wasn't really hitting on too much today. I was a little active. Had two positions move well, NU and okay. So did you buy anything today? I made a couple of plays. Well, not plays, but I did make a couple of buys today. I had what did I buy? I think I bought JEPQ. Bought a little bit of JEPQ. Bought a little bit of AMZY, a little bit of SPLG. Bought a little bit of ET. SMCI. Okay. You had some players, some movers today. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with, the Amazons and the Google. They're kind of in a standstill. So you kind of, this is why you should be diversified, right? So let me take a look and see over here. SMCI. You're in the super micro. Okay. Did you start buying in the SM? They had a split, right? SMCI. Did you start buying after the split? I think that was a position that I was meaning to get into, but I never did. I never did. And let's see, Triple H. I'm not familiar with Triple H. Let me see what's that. Howard Hughes Holding. Okay, that's something new for me. I hadn't heard of Triple H before. I might have to write that down. Let me write that down. Triple H. So I'm gonna look into a little bit later on. Okay. And the MU moved well today for you. Let's go to our next slide. So I wanted first topic today. What are your favorite dividend positions? So I listed a few of my favorite dividend positions. Of course, you know, most people know of SCHD. JEPQ is one of my favorite positions overall, ETF and dividend. Divo and FEPI, FEPI. So these are four of my favorite dividend positions. So let me know, what are some of you guys' favorite dividend paying positions that you have in the portfolio? So here, SCHD pays quarterly. I'm also up on the position overall. JEPQ pays monthly, up pretty good on the two of the, actually I think I have three positions in JEPQ, including my son. So Divo, I'm up pretty well on Divo, and that's a monthly paying dividend ETF, and as well as FEPI, I'm up pretty good on FEPI, and that also pays monthly. So these are a few of my just four of my favorite paying dividend positions. So let's see. Man, 5 shares of SCMI, bought it in December, up 71. Hey, man. Hey, the goal is to be up on your position, so nothing wrong with that. Those 5 shares can go a long way, depending on how long you hold it. So if you're up $71 now, you just bought it in December. If you hold on to those shares to next December, you know, you may triple, quadruple, whatever that amount. So that's what it's all about. Probably should be adding, if you believe in it, or if it's a good price for you, if you think you should still add, then that may be a position that you might want to build up over time. So, but yeah, I think I was meaning to buy some SMCI, but I never did. So I don't have it in the portfolio right now. Yeah. But Neo, what's some of your favorite dividend paying positions? You know, do you have a dividend position that you receive income every month or every quarter? Like I said, SCHD is a favorite of a lot of people, and you know I like SCHD too. So I've been steadily building that position up over time. I did reach my 100 share goal of SCHD, so I think I have about 104 shares right now, if I'm not mistaken. JEPQ, I have quite a bit of shares of JEPQ. Don't know off the top of my head overall how many positions I have. Divo's done well. FEPI's done well. FEPI, I'm getting about a share a month. Every time it pays a dividend, I'm adding a share. It's paying. I think I have about 48, 49 shares or something like that. And I usually get now I'm getting about $50, $51 of FEPI every single month. So I'm able to add a share to the position each month. So, you know, that's been doing quite well for me. I see the dividend paying stuff very fast, but I have a few scats. Yep. Yeah, most dividend paying positions don't move that much. So, you know, I like to have a mix. You know, I like to have some dividend. I like to have some growth in S&P, right? So that's, you know, I've mentioned that before, but that's kind of how I like to build my portfolios now. You know, just learning over the years, trial and error, S&P, growth, and income. So that's my thing. So, yep. QYLD, I used to have some QYLD, and that was a monthly paying position. I was doing quite well on QYLD, actually. I just sold it probably about 6 to 8 months ago, and just moved those funds into another position. But yeah, I had QYLD, I had I think it's XYLD, RYLD. I had all those at one particular time. So they actually done pretty well. Um, but I caught QYLD at a good price though, so I know what you mean by the price kept going down. What's up, David? How long have you been investing? Man, I've been investing. Okay, that's a good question. Because I started like just playing around back in '06, I think, but not knowing what I was doing. Right, I started investing because I used to work at E Trade. That was one of my first jobs I had after college. So that's when I started. But honestly, taking it serious probably not until about 2016. So I'll say about the last 8+ years or so is when I really started taking it serious. So let's see. The money pit and buying trying to average down. Yeah, took two and finally went positive by 8%. So yep. Yeah, you got to be careful, man. You got to be careful with those high yield paying. Like I don't like to fill up my portfolio with them. I kind of spread them around into different portfolios. Um, I like to put them in like already established strong portfolios. So in the event that a price does take a downturn, it doesn't affect the portfolio as much because they can be money pits. You are correct. You're correct. 2018, I downloaded Robinhood. Okay, that's about to get me to my next question. So these are my four favorite dividend positions: SCHD, JEPQ, Divo, and FEPI at the moment. So my next question: What if you're a new investor? What would be the top brokerage platforms that you would recommend to a new investor? Right. So I like Fidelity. I like Robinhood, despite what people say. I like Charles Schwab. Well, I'm okay with Charles Schwab and E-Trade. Like those are, I have accounts with all four of these, and including Moomoo and Webull. But if I had to pick two, Fidelity, because I like the different types of accounts that Fidelity has. I like their platform. I like Robinhood too. For the easy use that it has. So let's see. So I do have a Charles Schwab account, but the platforms that the platforms that don't allow you to buy fractional shares, I'm not a big fan of. So, like Charles Schwab, depending on the position, lets you buy some fractional shares, and some that and sometimes it doesn't, and you have to buy a full share. So, I'm not a big fan of those platforms. That's kind of why I like Fidelity. You may not have a 200 or 100 something dollars to buy a Google share or Apple share, but you may have 20, $25 that you can put into that you can buy some Apple with that day or some Google with that day. So, I like those type of platforms. Robinhood, you can set it and forget it. If you want to buy $5 a day, $10 a day, $15, a week, you can do that. So, that's what I look for in, with uh, my favorite platform. So Fidelity and Robinhood will always be at the top for me. I like the professionalism of Fidelity. I like the ease of use with Robinhood. So they both allow me to do what I need to do. So Neo, yeah. So Neo saying Robinhood by far the easiest to use. By a long shot, it's just when you have a problem and need customer service, they're not. Yeah. Fortunately, I haven't I haven't had to use Robinhood's customer service. So I don't deny that. But I am a huge fan of Robinhood. I've actually talked to Fidelity's customer service when I had some issues. I was transferring some accounts, starting a new account, and I had to get somebody on the phone, and I called Fidelity. It wasn't a problem at all, so they got me straight. So Fidelity they'll always be number one in my book. Some people like E-Trade, some people like Charles Schwab. Um, and there's many other platforms you can use, but I always recommend Fidelity. That's my favorite platform to use. So, and actually, I don't know if you guys remember, one of the first platforms I used to trade or start investing was Share Builder. I don't know if any of you guys remember Share Builder from a few years ago. And they was the most difficult skill set is that in your winner's run. Yeah, I agree with that. you know. But I'm a long-term investor, so I don't have a problem with that. It's when I was trading options that kind of, it's kind of touch and go of when to sell out or when to let your winners keep running. So, I know from like swing trading and option trading, that's a big thing. So it kind of plays with your mental actually. So yeah, I have a long term mentality, so I can buy a position and just hold on to it for years actually, and just keep building up, keep building up, keep building up. So if it doesn't move the right way, then I get rid of it in due time. So um, let's see. Sold Tesla and Nvidia years ago, even though I said I would. Man, come on, David, come on now. So Tesla and Nvidia years ago, even though I said I would never sell, man. Let me tell you something. If I had known about Nvidia years ago, oh man, that's a big that's a big miss there. Nvidia and Tesla. Mm, 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 mm. The positions I've been holding along is Amazon and Google. Like I bought those in 2016. I've had to come off some shares, because life happens, right? So I had to sell some shares, and but for the most part, I'm still holding a majority of those shares I bought back in 2016. So yep. And let's see. I was looking at the heavyweights portfolio they got in about 20 years ago, just sitting there. Yep. Yeah, man, you got to be able to let those. You got to be able to pick good positions and then be prepared to hold them for the long term. So, I think that's, I think a lot of new investors when they get into the market and they buy a position or two and they don't see it, hitting overnight or green in the first couple of days, you can't tend to get nervous and you end up coming off those positions probably way, 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 way too soon. So David said I heard Visa, Costco. I find it easier to hold Visa, Costco, Berkshire. No news, no crazy price swings. Yep. I had Visa at one point. I don't own it now. My son has Costco, and I have Berkshire B. And Berkshire B and that Costco position for my son has been doing really well. That Costco, I believe, pays a nice dividend as well. So my son does receive a dividend from Costco. Is it Costco or Cisco? I think. Let me see. Let me see how many shares. Let me see what he has. Bear with me 1 second. I get those mixed up in his portfolio. I think he has both actually. Let me see. I'm gonna check my Fidelity real quick. Oh yeah, Costco. Yeah. Costco's at $1,000, 1,056.03, and my son does have 1.107 shares of Costco, and he has about 45 shares of Cisco. So, yep. But I don't own any of either one. How did I get my son interested in stocks? To be honest with you, it's a good question. I don't know if he's as interested as I am, but we did decide to open him up an account like many years. Well, I ain't gonna say many years, but years ago. And me and his mom has been building it up over time. So the goal, he's a senior in high school right now. So the goal is by the time he graduates college, he'll have a nice chunk of change put away in the stock market, which he has actually quite a bit right now. So we invest every couple of weeks, every week actually. We put something, we buy in his account. He receives dividends, so he's done quite well actually. Done really well. Last year was really good. The last 2 years have been really good in his portfolio. It's just about being consistent what we're doing. It doesn't take a lot of money, right? we may do $10 here, $15 here, $20 here, and then you get your dividends reinvested. So, over time that stuff adds up, and no money is coming out the account. So it's really built up. But his portfolio has a lot more than some of my smaller portfolios. So I'm hoping by the time he graduates college, he'll have a nice nest egg for him to get a head start on life. So because it's getting real out there. But just imagine if you could have already nice income coming in just from dividends, or you just have money put away for a rainy day, maybe for a down payment on a house or down payment on a car, or just because when those bills start running, when those bills start coming in, it's hard to set money aside, especially starting off in life. So my friend's trying to get his son interested in stocks, trading, sports cars, shoes. I'm like, yeah, man, yeah. I wish I still had my sports cars when I was younger, because I would sure trade them in right now. But stocks, man, you have to have you kind of have to have that desire to to be in the game. You know what I mean? It's kind of hard to just get somebody interested in stocks. They kind of have to see it for themselves. So you got to show them, right? You got to, people that's not familiar with the stock market, you got to show them that, hey, you can make money from this. So it's tough. Let's go to the next topic here. So today was dividend day. Today or Friday was dividend day. So I just want to go through a couple of dividends that we received. ET, we received a dividend of $26.24. It paid 33 cents a share. So we currently hold 81.49 shares of ET. And we also received a small dividend in Maine. Maine's this particular dividend, which is a monthly paying dividend, this particular month, it paid 25 cents a share. We received a dividend pay of $4.55. I currently have 18.37 shares of Maine. So Maine is a position that I'm up quite a bit on percentage wise. I just wish I had more shares, but it also pays a monthly dividend. But we're going to start putting a focus on building up that position, because I've been quite satisfied with that Maine position. And ET has done really well as well. I actually own both of these positions are part of my Robinhood portfolio. Neil says, have you guys got your tax forms yet? I haven't gathered my tax stuff yet. I'll probably be doing that this weekend. Most of it should be available online, I would think, now by this point. I know Fidelity is kind of slow with a couple of their forms, but for the most part, everything should be there. So I'll go through each account and pull whatever tax form I need, and download it, save it, and make sure it gets passed on to my tax person. So but yeah, this is dividend day. We got paid from ET, we got paid from Maine. Nice payouts. ET pays quarterly. That's going to get reinvested. It's going to give me about another share and some change. I think ET is trading. I can tell you exactly what ET is trading at right now. ET is at $20.30. So that 26.24 is going to give me a full share plus some more. So yeah. And let's go to our next slide here. So what's on you guys watch list right now? What stock ETF is on your watch list right now? And I just wrote down a couple of things like Spotify, Snap. The two big ones that's been coming up this last couple of days is WRD and NBIS. I believe that's two that NVIDIA added to their portfolio. David said AMD. Yep, man, AMD. Do you think AMD is at a buy right now? AMD, I actually had AMD for a while, and then I finally got up off of it while I was still in profit. But I think I've been hearing that AMD may be at the bottom, but I'm not. I can't confirm that. I'm not a financial advisor. I was thinking that is it time to start back up a position in AMD? I do have some Nvidia. I do have SMH, the ETF, the semiconductor ETF. So, and both of those positions have done quite well. But it may be time. Maybe time. I have a little bit of Broadcom too. I have a little bit of Broadcom that I need to start building up. And that Broadcom position has done well for me since I purchased it. But it may be time to jump back in on the AMD because it's come down quite a bit. Let me just see AMD. AMD over the last 6 months is down 26%, down $41. AMD is currently trading at 114.28. Year to date is down 5%. Over the last year, it's down 31%, down 51 points. Over the last 5 years, though, it's still up 61 points, so 114%. But it has taken a hit lately. I said down 26% over the last 6 months. And over the last year, AMD is down 31%. So is it time to start a position in AMD? Is it time? It's a good that's a good one there. The goal is to buy low, sell high, right? Or buy low and hold while while it runs up. So but yeah, man, AMD is a good one. AMD is a good one. I haven't bought anything new lately. I just been trying to add to my current positions in each portfolio. So yeah, like David said, I usually do better adding to my winners rather than hoping for a turnaround. Yep, that's basically what I'm saying. So I haven't bought anything lately. I'm just trying to strengthen my positions that I already have, and using my dividend reinvestments to help strengthen my position, and just keep going from there and let the market, do what it do. So yeah, man. Yep. I was that person that was trying to catch everything, when it dropped or jump in on, that fear of missing out. But once I pretty much got my portfolios how I wanted it to look, I've been really just focusing on strengthening them up, building them up, trying to use, dollar cost averaging, dividend reinvesting, and, cover calls on the positions that I am able to do cover calls on to help strengthen my portfolio. So that's kind of my strategy right now. I do want to get in on some long term, some leap options this year. I don't know exactly what positions just yet, but I do want to grab some of those. And once again, leap options is a long term play. So I gotta do a little research and figure out what are some good, leap option, positions that I could possibly jump in this year. So, but yeah, man, yep. Besides AMD, anybody else got anything on their watch list? WRD has been running up crazy, like I said, since the Nvidia news came out. Let me see what. So WRD today was up 28%, up $8.90. That's crazy. And WRD is We Ride. Over the last 5 days, it's up 24 points, $24, right? Up 155%. That's crazy. That's just, with this news that just came out of, last week. And you already see how it jumped up. So if you was an option trader and you jumped in on some We Ride, you got some calls in on it, man. Let me see if I can. I'm gonna remove this here, and I'm gonna see if I can share and just kind of show you guys here. So you see We Ride. Look at the last 5 days on We Ride, up 155%. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. What you got, Neo? GitLab? Where we at? GitLab. Let's see what we're working with here. You say this on your watch list. Oh, big day today, up 5% today. What's GitLab about? Looks like they're about to announce fourth quarter earnings. Okay. I'm gonna have to write that down and take a look at GitLab. Over the last 5 days, up 3%. Last month, up 9%, up almost 10%. Okay. Over the last 6 months, oh man, big time, up 54%. Do you own any? You have any GitLab in your portfolio? Too late. You have any GitLab? Yeah, Nvidia, man, bought We Ride at $16 a share, man. It's moving now. It's moving. So yeah. You kind of have to be ready to strike when it's time to strike. So, and what was the other one besides GitLab? It was another one. No GitLab. Okay. But hey, that's a good one to add to the watch list. I wonder if it's going to keep running like that, man. Year to date, up 26% over the last year. Oh, so it looks like it's only up 1% on the last year. So it looked like it was up, took a hit, and now it's working its way back up. So you would have been good if you would have caught it, caught it in the bottom here around the $43 mark back in August, and rolled it all the way up. But it's definitely on the move for sure. Yeah, sometimes it's about it's all about when you catch them. Let me see what you got, Lee. Lee Auto. What we got? LI. Okay. Lee. I've never heard of Lee Auto. That's a good one. Okay. That's a new one for me. Over the last week, up 1%. Over the last month, up 7%. 6 months, up, man, that's big time, up almost 20%. 19% over the last 6 months. And year to date is having a big year so far, up 6%. Over the last year, it's been down. So as you see here, it was up in the $45 range, took a hit. It now looks like it's working its way back up. So it may be a good time. Good time to jump in. That's a nice one. Let me write that down just to keep an eye on. Lee Auto. Yeah, man. I don't know when the last time I bought a. Well, I do have Tesla, right? But Tesla can be considered a lot of different things instead of just auto. Okay. Bought 187 million at $35 a share. Okay, so they done took a hit, but look like it's working its way back up. I don't know about these EV, man. These EVs, kind of iffy on those. Kind of iffy. What else? What else do you guys have that maybe on your watch list? But that's a good one. I wrote down GitLab. I may be saying it wrong, but GIT Lab, LI for Lee Auto. Celsius. Man, I had Celsius about at $78. I got off of it real quick before it kind of tanked. But I have a feeling that Celsius is going to work its way back up, to be honest with you. And you see it's at $22.74 right now. Over the last 5 days, up 5%. over the last month is down 15%. And you know it's been getting hammered, right? So down over the last 6 months, 45%. Year to date, 13. Well, let's look at over the last year, down 64%. And yeah, it got up over 100, close to 100, I think. It was in the $90 range, $96 range. And then you see it just down, down, down. So the question is, has it bottomed out? And if it's bottomed out, is it time to jump in? And I was thinking, actually, that may be one that I want to put on my list for a possible leap option. So what do you think about a leap option on Celsius? Maybe 8 months from now, a year from now? Okay. What's going on, Mr. T.H. Lee? Thanks for jumping in. But yeah, Celsius moving their earnings up to Thursday, possibly. I may take a look at some long-term plays in Celsius. I don't like to play options. Not options, but options on earnings. But I don't know if Celsius can get any lower, man. This may be the time to jump in. Neo says, take a look at DVAX. Let's take a look. Let's see what DVAX is talking about. This the purpose of this show and this live, man. Just bringing some ideas to the table, just to take a look at, and you guys can make your own decisions from here. DVAX trading at $12.93 a share. You said Deerfield Management had a 24% increase in the position. Okay. Did they talk about that? May not talk about that. I'm probably not going to talk about that in the headlines. That's probably something you got to find on your own. Okay. DVAX over the last week up 7%. Last month up almost 2% over the last month. Over the last 6 months up 12%. Year to date up 1%. Let me write that down. But once again, I might take a look at some leap options to see what type of volume it has, and I wouldn't think the premium shouldn't be too high on that. So DVAX, I'm gonna take a look at that. Appreciate it. They bought in 1184. Okay, so they're already up pretty good on the position already. Nice. I got a little homework for myself tonight. I'm gonna see if those can any option plays available. You said I mostly play options. You want to get into it? I say play AMC and NEO for cash secure puts. Mostly go sideways. Gotcha. Okay. I need to do some research on cash secure puts though, for sure. You say AMC and NEO. Yeah. I do cover calls, but I don't do I haven't done any cash secure puts before, so I had to take a look at that. Okay. Yeah, man. So what else on you guys' watch list? I got a little homework here. I got some GitLab, some Lee, Auto, some Celsius, DVAX. I need to look at some AMC and NEO for some cash secure puts. Neo said, "I'm scared of options." Hey man, I've taken my hit on options, man. I'm not even gonna lie. So, but I am pretty comfortable with the cover calls. It's a couple of positions that I do have 100 shares of, and I do make income on like my Apple position, my Google and Amazon position. So I did get caught on a Google position right now on a cover call because Google has shot up, but luckily I was able to get a date or option price that's way out, and then gold kind of went down. So I'm sitting pretty good now on that cover call. So let's see what else we got here. Hold on before I go here. ENVX. So I'm gonna put that on my list too. ENVX. I got you. Yeah, but I did say I wanted to get my option game up. You know, like I said, I'm not well diverse in the option arena, but you know, I do want to add that to my repertoire as far as being comfortable doing it and comfortable earning income. You know, trading options. So Neo got SDRG and CPNG. Let's take a look at one. Let's take a look at SDRG. See what we're working with. Did I say there? Did I? SDRG? RG? Did I look at that wrong? SDGR. Okay, I got you. SDGR. Schrodner. I never heard of that before. Okay. Let's see what we're working with here. Okay. See what we're looking at over the last week, up almost 5%. Over the last month, up 21, almost 22%. Okay. Let's write this down here. Over the last 6 months, up 28.89% year to date, up 30, almost 35%. Down for the last year, so it looks like we ran up, coming down, like we're making our way back up. Okay. And then you had CPNG. Y'all coming with some bangers tonight. I've never heard of these positions, but that's a good thing. Like they got earnings tomorrow or to Tuesday. Oh, today. Okay. Like they had earnings today. Had to read up on it, see how they did. But over the last week, up 7%. Last month up 15% almost. Over the last 6 months, doing well, up 8%. Year to date, up 16%. CPNG. Tell you, man, I'm gonna come up with some leap options off of some of these plays for sure. Friend of mine buys SPY and QQQ every month for the last 15 years. No research and great returns, man. That's a good way to go at it, man. Buy the SPY, buy the QQQ, and that's really all you need, honestly. You know, not complicated at all. I've heard of this wheel strategy, man. See, that's where it gets a little complicated, man, for me. You know, when you get assigned and you work the wheel strategy, wheel cover call strategy. Yeah. So you more advanced than on that option trading for sure. So for a couple of years now. Ball is at 44 back in 2020. Okay. CPNG 35. Yeah, man, NBIS. That's what's popping right now. That's what's popping. You know, we talked about we ride a few minutes ago. The NBIS is right there with it. Do you own any shares? Did you jump in when the news broke out? See, it's up 8% today. Over the last week, up 19%. Over the last month, up 27. 0.85%. Last 6 months, up 140% in the last 6 months. That's crazy. Oh, man. Year to date, up 73%. Look at that. Boom. Then dropped down. Then took off. Took off since the 27th of January. And that's when you want to catch it right there. And I wish I had known about it, but I didn't know. But like I said, I haven't been buying anything lately anyway. Just already what I have. Up 140%. Okay. Cool. Yep, NBIS is a banger right now. Man, yeah, man, Buffett, man. Not too many people can do what Buffett does, especially with with that coat. Hmm. I need to get like you, man. I need to get well versed in these options. That's on my list for this year, though. That's on my list is to step my option game up. Like I said, just some cover calls for me right now. That's about it. That's about it. So man, good conversation, man. Good conversation. I got quite a bit of stocks that I wrote down to take a look at, do a little research on to see how I want to move on a few. I think it's a couple of good potential leap option plays here. I just got to go check some volume and see if if it's worth it or not. But um, yeah, man, definitely some good plays here. Definitely some good plays. So, but we are at 48 minutes. Remember, if you don't mind to like and share, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And I appreciate you guys tuning in, man. Tuning in. Yeah, David, man. Just doing a little research and then just let the market do what it do. That's been my strategy long term. So try to find the best positions, hopefully get in at a decent price and let the market do what it do, make dollar cost average in or whatever your strategy may be. And keep going, man. I like to buy every week. I have some automated investments and just to kind of keep me on task. And then I have a little bit I take out of every paycheck, and then you have your dividend reinvestments, and you have your cover call income, and before you know it, you stay down doing that for 6 months or a year. You'll be surprised how much your portfolios will grow. I don't have a Discord right now. I need to get one, but I don't have a Discord right now. Nope. Nope. But the market is powerful, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't talk about it a lot, but 2016, was when I really got serious with it, and I took how you change jobs and you take your 401k money and put it into you roll it over to another 401k. But I didn't do that. I took my 401k and started a IRA, and I bought Amazon, Google, and Amazon, Google, Apple, and Facebook at the time. It's Meta now, and I just started rocking from there. And that 12K that I put in is over 6 figures now. You know what I mean? So just off that one investment alone, let me know, or that one decision let me know that this stock market is real. So from that point in time, I just been trying to find different ways to keep learning more and adding to what I already know. So, but yeah, man, that's Stock market. I don't, if you're not investing in the stock market, you're missing out. You're missing out. But it's hard to get people on board who don't have an understanding of what how powerful the stock market can be. However way you choose to use it. So yeah. This it may be a little too late, but keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on it. May have a good entry point, and it may go higher, man. It may go higher, which it probably will. So, um, but yeah, guys, we at the 52-minute mark. I think I'm gonna shut it down for the day. I appreciate you guys joining in and chit chatting with me. Every Tuesday night, every Thursday night, we're gonna have a stock talk late night episode where we just come in and just have some conversation, man. Come in with some ideas or some stocks or position that you want to look at or you want to share. I really appreciate it. It's just having a good conversation. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm learning from you guys, and hopefully you guys can take something away or just come in and just conversate in the room. So I appreciate it, and I'll be back on Thursday night, 10:30 Eastern Standard Time, and we're gonna continue this conversation. But yeah, man, if you got any stocks or ETFs, feel free to put them in the comments. Come back and yeah, exactly, exactly, just like everybody else. But we're gonna throw a few wrinkles in. I usually have some games or something that I like to add into it. So I gotta come. I didn't have anything prepared tonight, but I have some questions, some answers, and some portfolio ideas or recommendations that you guys might have. We'll talk a little bit more about that on Thursday night. So, until then, I will talk to you guys later. Remember to hit that like button, that share button, and I will see you guys on Thursday.